Here is your strategy guide for this weekend's racing. We've got the Australian GP, and the tracks we've got are Melbourne, Miami, Monza, Spa, Zandvoort, France, Imola and Melbourne again. So I'm going to talk through you some track advice for each circuit and also the tyre strategies that you want to follow in order to secure your best point finishes of the season. So first up, we'll cover Melbourne, Australia twice, as it's on here twice, first and last race. It's a grip and tyre circuit. You want Gin, Downforce, Eagle, Ode and Taurus are all perfect. If the rain comes, Hex, SAR and Tuning. Overtaking opportunities at turns 1, 3, 9, 11, 12 and 16. Notoriously difficult track, Australia, so you need to play the long game. No two stopping. It is all about pretty much doing a one stop and overcutting the field if required. So let's talk strategy. What are the strategies that you need to follow when it comes to Melbourne? And you want to do a 4M with your driver 1, that is key, and Downforce, Ode and Tuning. So Downforce is grip and cornering. Obviously Ode and Tuning has got quick pit times as well. And then second driver going the overcut route as well with tyre management boosts. We've got your wet as well, so 4 wet with Hex, or a 5 wet, 3 wet with SAR. So we follow the same pattern. It is all about doing a one stop and overcutting the field on lap 5 if you're doing it with your second driver. So you want to target them overtaking positions and go long, and you will secure some very good points indeed. We then have Miami, but this week it is dry, so aero and speed is what you want to use. In terms of boosts, Dead Fast, Firework, Shark, Hex is also good here with Voice. You can also use something like Gladiator and Eclipse are also good alternatives. Key overtaking spots down into turn 1. We've got the bottom hairpin turns 7 and 8. And then at the end of the straight, we've got turns 10 and 11. Turn 17 and then the penultimate corners round to 19. All very good overtaking opportunities. And basically, you want to be attacking on the straight every single time. Saving the corners, attack through the straight. Miami, Firework, 2-2-2-2 is a perfect strategy on driver 1. And then you can do a 2-stop with driver 2, doing the 3 mediums, 2 soft, 3M. You want to be using speed, overtaking, fuel boosts, anything like that to really push down them straights. But yeah, second driver, 4 hard. It's all about overcutting. And then if you're starting mid-pack, you can try and undercut. We then have Monza then. So we've got an aero and speed circuit, very quick circuit indeed. Boost, you want to use Dead Fast, Firework, Shark, Lumberjack, Voice, Eclipse. They're all speed, they're all overtaking, fuel acceleration, that kind of thing in there. So you get the gist. Speed and overtake is wonderful around here. Key overtaking spots, not many, but there's not many corners. So turns 1 and 2, you want to conserve through the green section, and then boosting through 8, 9, 10 around the final corner brings you home in turn 11. So some good overtaking opportunities if you use the speed to your advantage. No rain this week, so we're going dry. So you're doing a 3-2-3 with Firework. You could also do 3 soft at the end if you wanted to. Totally up to you. Obviously, these are my preference on my own strategies. And then we've got 4M, 4 hard on the Street Shark. Second driver, all about Dead Fast. So all about using the speed and overtake as well as the fuel to just keep pushing. And we've got some mixed strategies in there, including the famous undercut. So give them a try and I'm sure you'll do well. We then have Belgium and Spa. So we've got another aero and speed track, and you've got your boosts like Dead Fast, Firework, Shark, Eclipse and Lumberjack, all the same again. So these are key ones that you want to use, all overtaking speed. We've got key overtaking spots, turn 1, turn 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 and 11, turns 12, 18 and 19. So turns 3 and 4 are one of your best overtaking opportunities, and also through turns 10 and 11. You really want to attack through them two as a certainty, because you can make some absolutely epic moves when you try and go through there. Talking strategy, we obviously got a wet race potentially as well, so I've put you a wet strategy in there. We've got a 2-2-2 in the wet and the dry, and we've also got then a 3M and a 3 wet, for your second driver. So it's all about doing an undercut. The overcut does work, but an undercut can be very powerful as well. So good luck in Spa, attack through Eau Rouge and later in the lap, and you two will absolutely make up a ton of positions. But if you're from the front, 2-2-2 is a very quick strategy to follow. For the first time in a while, we have Zandvoort in the wet. 100% chance of rain here, and that hasn't happened too often. Grip and tyre track as well. So you're going to want Hex, Saar, Tuning, Prince and Frost, all very good boosts, and you want to attack down the straight into turn 1. You've also got turns 3 and then 9 and 10 through the middle of the circuit. Not much else placed to overtake, and then you'll repeat, but you want to be boosting from around turn 12 all the way down the straight to turn 1 every single lap that you possibly can. We talk strategy, and it's very, very simple. 4 wet, 3 wet is the optimum strategy. You want your driver 1 on tuning, your driver 2 on hex, and that means you can get a quick pit stop and you can get both out without double stacking too hard. If you're near the back, you can also do a 3 wet, 4 wet. You could even do it from the front if you wanted, and you can conserve and watch your tyres for the most of the race. But 2 opportunities to do there, a 4 wet, 3 wet, or a 3 wet, 4 wet with some good boosts as well. Hex, Saar and Tuning, very, very good. Into La France then. La France. See what strategy we want here then. So grip, aero and speed is the circuit we want. And you can do it 2 ways. We've got dead fast, downforce, eagle, firework, Taurus and eclipse. And the reason why is because through the corners, kawaii, downforce are so strong, but down the straight, your speed boosts are even stronger. So it's a real mix of a track when it comes to boost type. Best overtaking spots are turns 1 and 5. And then you've got down the straight and the end of it in 8 and 9. Out of the straight, turns 10, 11 and 12, and then through the final corner. So a lot of overtaking through here. A lot of your overtaking at the end of the straight is going to be by your speed and overtaking boosts. The strategy to follow, one of my favourites, is doing a 2-3-3 and using dead fast. It gives you tyre management, it gives you a fuel as well, and you can really hit hard with that. Your driver 2 could do a 3-2-3 as well, and yet again 3M at the end, but you can also use softs. Firework, dead fast boosts that are in play here. You can use Gladiator if you want to hold up the rest of the field, but you can do a 4M 4 hard and push at the end. Street Shark, you can do a 4M 4M. It really depends what you want to do, and if you're at the back, you can do an undercut again, doing a 2-3-3. And then in the final and opening rounds, Imola is your fast lap circuit. So on final round, you want to be pushing hard on Imola because Brazil will be your fastest alternative time. So ideally, you can still push here on opening and final, but ideally you want final round push. Grip, aero and speed, and that is reason dead fast, firework, lumberjack, shark, kawaii and eclipse. So to set the fastest lap, I'll be trying out with kawaii because through the corners it is absolutely brilliant around here, and obviously your overtaking speed boosts, that kind of thing, are so good at overtaking down the straight. But I'll certainly be giving kawaii a go to try and get the fastest lap possible. Key overtaking opportunities then, we've got turns 3, so down the final straight, turn 3, turn 6, and then we've got turns 7, 9, 14 and 15, and turn 17. So you want to be pushing hard through them parts. The strategy then, and because it is a potential wet race, it does mean that the fastest lap could be absolutely anything. And if you get in a wet race, it's going to be very bad luck. We've got a 3-3-2 on kawaii. You can do a 4M on Street Shark as well. And then driver 2 could do a 4 soft downforce. You've got a 5 hard 3 soft Taurus in there as well. And if it's wet 4 wet is the best strategy around Imola. So make sure you targets, I've got turn 3 on there, but it is turn 2 and 3. Give it a go through there, turn 6, 7, 9, 14 and 15 and 17. And hopefully you will be on to some big points. So that does complete your full strategy guide for the weekend. All these are created solely to help you do better. I want to see some big improvements in there as well. Remember, channel memberships have been launched on the channel. Do check them out. Become a subscriber, like the video, and jump in the description because there is links to Discord as well. Thanks so much for watching as always, and let's go get them points, and I'll see you in the next one.